We got some pretty big leaks to break down in this video. The Haunting is returning for MW3 Season 6, but also Black Ops 6 as well. New Haunting operators, events, zombies, updates for BO6, and much more. We'll break it all down in this video. Be sure to drop a like in the video, subscribe if you're new, but first off here, I want to run through some stuff. Again, day 2 of the MP beta. This is Shotzi just going off in the beta right now on Skyline. This is a pretty solid map, probably my favorite map in the beta thus far. Derelict is number 2, and then Scud at number 3. Scud reminds me, man, of some type of like Vanguard map, honestly. I don't know if it's just me. Let me know down below. It's not terrible, but it just doesn't match the Black Ops vibe. The atmosphere, the map layout, not my favorite, but Skyline, super close quarters, a Treyarch map for sure, and Derelict is another kind of maybe BO3-esque map, but regardless, we're getting more maps throughout the weekend and for weekend 2 as well. Again, let me know your first impressions on this beta down below. Overall, it's been pretty fun, I'd say, but for the actual leaks here, this is where things get interesting. Call of Duty Trick or Treat Season 6. So, of course, Season 6 is releasing very soon after the beta ends for BO6 for MW3. And we're going to get a lot of the normal Haunting event features we've gotten for previous Call of Duties, right? The Haunted Box from MW2 is coming back for Season 6, potentially. A lot of leaks coming out here about this stuff. Again, it is MW3, so it's going to be a very similar type of event from what we saw in MW2. Stuff on Urzikstan, for example, now some other, ghost or zombie LTM, probably going to be zombies, right? MW2's Haunting event was actually pretty solid, I'd say. So for MW3, I'm excited to see what they do here, but of course, most importantly, we want to really go through the operators as well. Apparently for the Season 6 Battle Pass, there may be some type of collaboration with Diablo 4, which is pretty cool. Will it be as cool as the Spawn Battle Pass we saw back in MW2? I don't know. I don't think anything could top that. That was a pretty solid Battle Pass, but we'll see what other collabs they do, other Halloween-based collabs in that final Battle Pass for this game. Do they want to go all out? Do they want to just do a little bit? Not so sure. Let me know down below what you want to see on that. Of course, likely not in the Battle Pass, but still really sick Friday the 13th and Call of Duty collab here during this time period. So definitely going to be a separate operator bundle, but still love seeing this stuff here. There's a lot of other older Halloween, collabs we would love to see return. Of course, Scream is a big one. It's probably in the thumbnail of this video, right, from, Black Ops Cold War. A lot of cool stuff there, but it depends on what they do here for MW3 and as we go into BO6 as well, because there's also leaks saying that this will carry forward into BO6. Not the content, but the actual Halloween-based event itself, which is kind of crazy. So, Halloween stuff for MW3 and Black Ops 6 is a W for sure. But before we break down some more stuff on that, quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video. So of course, skill-based matchmaking is back in Black Ops 6, and LagoFast is a great way to combat against it. Get easy bot lobbies, all while boosting your connection. Here's the home menu of the LagoFast app. Very simple and easy to use. First off, just search up Black Ops 6. They already have it in my main menu. First, what we want to do here is reduce our latency, which is very important here. What we're going to do is pick your server, depending on where you live. It's going to, obviously have North America options, different countries around the world, etc. It's going to start boosting me, of course, and it's going to show me my estimated ping here, which is around 6 to 7 milliseconds, which for my connection is really good. FPS boost, I could boost my FPS by 47-50%, which is so solid. Easy lobby feature as well here. Very easy to use. Click the platform you're on. I'm on PC, of course. VPN to a certain part of the country. It'll mess with these SBMM settings. We'll go to Turkey, for example. And of course, when I hop into game here for the Black Ops 6 beta or the full Black Ops 6 release in October, I'm going to get some pretty easy lobbies. Easy kills. They don't know what they're doing. Oh my god, they don't know, bro. Alright, so if you guys want to drop some nukes in Black Ops 6 for the beta or for the full game when it does release in October, be sure to check out LagoFast. There's a link down below in the description and in the pinned comment to download, and use code MATTERS for an extra discount. Links are all down below. So again, more on this Halloween event here, not just for MW3, but also for Black Ops 6 as well. From the COD pod, where DalJD was on there and stuff, they pretty much say there's going to be some type of Halloween event in Black Ops 6's multiplayer, at least for now. Could be for other modes as well, like zombies, but at least for MP, there's going to be some type of mode here where players are dressing up as zombies. That is so cool because Black Ops 6 is releasing right before Halloween on October the 25th, maybe a date earlier if you're in New Zealand and those other regions. But as you guys probably know, usually when there is a Halloween event, it happens at the end of the game's life cycle, because the new Call of Duty releases end of October, early to mid-November, and then for Season 6, the final season the next year, we get that Halloween event. We saw this back with MW19, Cold War. I don't think they had one for Vanguard, but for MW2 and MW3 this year, it's always after the game has been out for a year. It's the year after. So for Black Ops 6 here, to get a Halloween-style event at the beginning of the launch as well, and maybe another at the end of the launch, at the end of the game's life cycle in October of 2025, would be kind of wild there. And I think that makes sense because they know the Halloween event for each Call of Duty is usually one of the biggest updates of the year. It's the most anticipated updates of the year for any COD. And they know Black Ops 6 is going to be a big game, so why not capitalize on both Halloweens, right? October 2024 when the game is first releasing, and potentially October 2025 as well next year before the next Call of Duty, hopefully a Black Ops 2 remake releases there. So that is so sick to see. In terms of the MP mode itself, will it be a super crazy in-depth type of mode? Probably not. I mean, we saw some MP Halloween-based modes, or at least like zombie modes in MP from COD World War II, right? Where you're playing and you're just shooting zombies, and I think it was called Horde Point, right? Yeah, so Horde Point, that did return actually recently as well in MW3, so having that for Black Ops 6 in maybe some type of different fashion would be cool, or maybe again, it's simply just like a cosmetic change where you're playing on these BO6 MP maps and you're dressed up as zombies. That's cool as well. Or maybe they could do some type of aesthetic change to the map to make, let's say, Derelict, for example, have a whole Halloween spooky theme with webs and all decorations and stuff. You know, that can be cool as well. We'll see, and we'll get more specifics on that very soon, but still crazy to see here. Some more on this again. MP Zombies game mode for BO6, Halloween, Becoming Zombies as well, possibly Infection, so maybe a variation of that as well. Like, we're not really Infection, but Infected is the game mode where you turn into a zombie and all that stuff, and the zombies, you know, fight to kill the rest of the players on the other team, so maybe a variation of that. Still cool to see overall, though. Just Halloween stuff in BO6 is fire. Crashify's talking about some type of mode here returning. This is probably more for Warzone during MW3, but it could easily overlap, right? Because Season 6 technically will start before Black Ops 6 releases, but continue into the release of Black Ops 6 until Season 1 releases, which is going to be around late November, potentially early December. So it could be a combined Halloween event here where Warzone is the same event, but of course for MW3 and BO6, you have separate type of Halloween-themed updates there. So that's just an idea on that. Of course, from the past year, Black Ops Cold War, that haunting event, we had a lot of stuff, a whole event as well, with all different challenges in Cold War and Warzone. If they go this far here and have a whole wide-scale haunting event for BO6's launch, that'd be super, super sick. I could easily see them doing it based on these rumors here. Well, obviously, it's just going to be cosmetics and blueprints, something too crazy, but still cool to see overall some type of content here for Halloween at the BO6 launch. And here is the original roadmap there. Ghosts of Verdansk, of course, for Cold War, a variation of Nuketown, Halloween Nuketown. So that's that there. Maybe another Halloween-themed map for BO6's launch there. Infected, of course, scare packages, MP modes, zombies, some cosmetic changes for zombies. Nothing too crazy. New weapons. Bundles, of course, we're going to get bundles, but will these Halloween bundles be for MW3 or potentially BO6 as well? Because, for example, the Friday the 13th bundle, if that releases in MW3, you cannot bring that to Black Ops 6. You could use it in Warzone next year on Area 99, for example, but you can't use it in BO6 MP. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like it would be a good compromise to potentially release the Friday the 13th bundle in MW3 and Black Ops 6, or maybe at this point, just Black Ops 6, right? Because people are playing that game. I mean, maybe you're still going to be on MW3 next year, but for the most part, we're going to be on BO6. Of course, Warzone, you can use it, but for BO6, you can't. So, I don't know. That would be a better compromise. We'll see what they do with that there. Here's another Scream Operator bundle, you know, little roadmap here of what you got in this bundle. Having some OG Halloween bundles return, especially the Cold War ones like Scream, would be a big W for BO6. So they like to do different collabs. It depends on the agreements they have with the IP for Scream. That's just an example there, or Michael Myers and all stuff like that. You know, who knows what their agreements are, but if they could get this done, that'd be a W, I would say at least. Now for more leaks here, this is interesting. Gold Rush new mode and map apparently in Black Ops 6. This is most likely some Season 1 stuff, but still cool to see what that's all about. Gold Rush might just be maybe some type of California location as an MP map where the Gold Rush kind of originally happened, at least in America, right? So that's kind of cool there. We'll see what that's all about. This one here is a very cool leak and could actually make sense for a Halloween Black Ops 6 update for, you know, right before Season 1 or for the launch of the game. Maybe it'll just be some launch content here. I'm not so sure, but Grief apparently, last seen in Black Ops 2, partially in BO4 as well, returning for Black Ops 6. I mean, again, it's a leak, not confirmed, but this is fire, bro. Grief was so much fun and expanded upon Grief as well. not just 4v4 like it was in BO2, but, you know, 8v8, something crazy where you're on these maps here. You have a whole wide-scale battle. I feel like they could do so much with Grief. So to see it return for Black Ops 6 Zombies is a big W. Have it potentially, if there is an open world mode for, you know, hypothetically year 2 of BO6, having my example during Cold War, I talked about Grief, but on Outbreak. So you're fighting to complete objectives, and it's on a wide scale map. So it's like a ground war type of vibe where you could do maybe 12v12 Grief on an Outbreak map. That stuff sounds insane, man. So if they could actually execute that, that'd be cool. But for now, Grief is just going to be on Liberty Falls and Terminus Island, and 4v4, if they keep it at that, that still is cool to see overall. So W League there again. This one here more for the, you know, Christmas holiday update, but Jingle Hells seems to be returning in BO6. Cool mode from Cold War. Maybe they could change it up a little bit there. It wasn't that different from the base Zombies mode, but still a lot of holiday themed events here for BO6 and for Zombies as well, returning for this game. That's cool to see. And for some other Zombies info here, in the short term, there are no plans to go back to maps after they've released and add new stuff to them, like perks, Easter eggs, etc. So again, you know, what I could see happening here is that they kind of want to put more effort into more new maps instead of updating existing maps, which I don't mind, because already off the bat, Liberty Falls seems to have at least a bad perception about it. Maybe the map will come out and a lot of people will enjoy it, but right now people are not excited for Liberty Falls. They're excited for Terminus, but Liberty Falls looks to be a bit dull and bare bones and not like a Zombies map. So I guess they figure, you know what, let's just create more new experiences and have the content on those maps instead of go back to Liberty Falls, for example, and add more content. I like that, honestly. Not a big deal overall, but let me know your opinions on that. Also, apparently there's a leak about Trick not being happy with how Tombstone worked out. I'm a sucker for taking things from our past that might not have been well received and trying to do a retune. Sometimes it works out, Jet Gun, sometimes it doesn't, Tombstone. So seems like here again, Tombstone, it was cool during Cold War. Guess MW3 Zombies kind of useful as well, but doesn't seem to be a part of their plans there. Again, not a big deal, honestly. And also, they did reveal officially through the COD pod, shopping free returning, and raindrops as well. So we're going to get new Gobblegums, but also a lot of the OG BO3 Gobblegums for the launch and for other DLC updates as well in BO6. So that's a pretty good idea here as to what we're getting for Black Ops 6, you know, new updates. First off for MW3 Season 6, but also into BO6 for the launch of the game. Halloween updates in BO6 at the launch was already such a surprise, because again, usually, like I said, it's the year after. It's usually at the end of the game's life cycle where we get any type of Halloween update. So this is the first time we would get some type of Halloween DLC in a new Call of Duty right as it releases. Sometimes Call of Duty's release after Halloween, so that's impossible, right? But since Black Ops 6 is releasing a week before Halloween, you could technically do maybe a short week-long Halloween event, or, you know, continue the MW3 Halloween event into Black Ops 6 and have stuff in MW3, Warzone, and BO6 as well. My only concern is the operators, the content itself. Obviously, I think MW3 will get more content, right, for Season 6 and that haunting event, and Black Ops 6 might get a bit less, but, you know, showing more love to BO6, especially because it's the new game, I think would be a better decision. But again, it's all up to them. We'll see what they end up doing there. Still cool stuff there. And of course, the zombie leaks there, Grief returning as well. Super excited to see what that's all about. But for now, that's here for this video. Subscribe for more COD update videos like this. Shout out to the channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.